Now on CoastTV News.
Saturday marks 3 years since the January 6th Capitol attack. How President Biden marked the anniversary today.
A look from above at the historic Broadkiln Sportsman Club in Milton, while Denrick aims to clean up a mess that's been left behind.
The U.S. workforce, the thousands of jobs added by the economy last month.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Capitol attack 3 years after angry mobs tried to stop the 2020 election. The world is looking back. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. Now years removed from January 6th, the actions of that day loom large, entering another election year.
Tomorrow will mark 3 years since a mob overran the U.S. Capitol, vandalizing the building and sending lawmakers into hiding. Today, President Biden marked the anniversary in a speech in Pennsylvania. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how former President Trump, who's accused of inciting the riot, says the insurrection backs his claim the 2020 election was rigged, even though there is no evidence of that.
Nearly 3 years after former President Trump's supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol, our country continues to heal. Former D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone sustained life-threatening injuries that day.
My concern is that too many Americans don't recognize the significance of January 6th.
A new Washington Post, University of Maryland poll found 50% of adults believe the protesters who entered the U.S. Capitol on January 6th were mostly violent, with only 21% saying the protesters were mostly peaceful. Republican presidential candidates were asked about the lessons the country learned.
You know, I don't think it was supposed to be, that was not supposed to happen. I think people went to protest, and I think it got out of hand.
I think that we owe it, all of us, to make sure that doesn't happen again. Now, I will say, you had a lot of people show up at the Capitol. Not everybody did something wrong.
Going into what is going to be a divisive 2024 election cycle, what do you think the most important thing someone like a President Biden can do?
Fight like hell. To me, the only issue that matters is securing the future of our democracy.
President Biden using an historic backdrop, Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, where soldiers fought in the Revolutionary War, to deliver his first major re-election campaign speech of the year.
For January 6th, a date forever shared in our memory because it was on that day that we nearly lost America.
Fanone, who was on the front lines at the U.S. Capitol, has this message.
Well, I'm not a politician. I'm just an average American. And I'm telling you that this is the most significant election of my lifetime.
An unforgettable moment in 2021, now playing a key role in the 2024 presidential election. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
New today, the controversial longtime head of the National Rifle Association has resigned. Wayne LaPierre announced his resignation as the NRA's executive vice president today. A release from the NRA says LaPierre cited health reasons in his decision to resign, which will take effect at the end of the month. LaPierre has led the prominent gun rights group for more than 30 years. The announcement comes just days before the start of his civil trial in New York. LaPierre and 3 other current and former NRA leaders are accused of violating nonprofit laws and misusing millions of dollars of NRA funds to finance lavish lifestyles for themselves. Let's take a live look into West Ocean City. Looks gorgeous out there at the moment, although maybe a little cold. Let's get some confirmation on that, though. Our meteorologist, Alex Seymour, on hand. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. Yeah, certainly is a pretty cold evening here along the coast, but at least we're seeing some pretty quiet conditions. We want to enjoy these quiet conditions this evening while we can, because conditions are going to go downhill rather quickly tomorrow morning. Right now, though, as I take a live look out on our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, skies mainly clear, temp sitting right around 36 degrees in Rehoboth Beach this evening. We're in the 30s, mid to upper 30s all across Delmarva. Those temps, they're going to tumble pretty quickly with these calm winds and the mainly clear skies that we have out the door. So as we progress throughout the next few hours, we're going to see those temps fall into the 20s. This is what we're watching for tomorrow, a very large storm system that is moving towards our area, towards the mid-Atlantic. That is going to deliver with it. You see all that heavy rain? That all has to make its way through Delmarva, so we're expecting some very heavy rain tomorrow. This evening, though, we don't have to worry about the rain. We just have to worry about those cold temperatures. Temps falling in at the 20s by 7 p.m., and then we're going to stay in the 20s throughout the overnight hours. The good news is we actually stay dry for wake-up tomorrow morning. It's once we head into the later afternoon hours, that's when that rain really starts to move in. So as we move up and down the coastline, Ocean City, raining by noon, and then that rain is going to be quite heavy by 5 p.m. Pretty similar conditions in Fenwick Island. And then in Rehoboth Beach and Lewis, we'll talk about temps in the 40s throughout most of the daytime hours tomorrow, with the rain moving in midday and becoming heavy. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Alex. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need. A new cleanup effort looks to rid a historic marker from chemical damage left behind by decades of range bullets in Milton. About 13 acres make up the Broadkiln Sportsman's Club that used to be here beside Prime Hook Refuge. Denrec says 75,000 pounds of lead is left over from all of those bullets and are still seeping into the ground. People who visit the neighboring refuge are happy to see the site improve. Denrec is looking for public comment on how to get rid of the contaminants. Those public comments are due January 9th.
Let's go ahead and take a live look now at the US 50 drawbridge in Ocean City, where long-term repairs have started by the Maryland Department of Transportation State Highway Administration. You can see right there some of the orange barrels maintaining two-way traffic on the west side of the bridge while the east side is closed down. Crews are going to be working 24 hours a day, and work is expected to be completed by March 2nd. We're going to have more details on those repairs on Coast TV News at 6, but for now, we're going to go ahead and look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how does the work in Ocean City's Route 50 bridge impact you?
Looking at the results, the majority, 86%, say it doesn't have any impact on them. Maybe they go into Ocean City on the Route 90 bridge. Maybe they use Coastal Highway all the way south from Delaware.
And you know, this is the first time we've run the poll. These things typically change a little bit throughout the evening. If you want to go vote, you can do that on CoastTVnews.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
A new jobs report beat economists' expectations. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said today that the U.S. economy added 216,000 jobs in December, 56,000 jobs more than predicted. This brings the nationwide unemployment rate to 3.7%. Job growth was noted in government, healthcare, and construction sectors. According to seasonally adjusted data, the U.S. gained more than 2.7 million jobs in 2023.
In a historic move, the FDA has approved Florida's request to import less expensive medications from Canada. The law allows it, however, federal health officials have balked over safety concerns and actual costs, in addition to receiving fierce opposition from U.S. drug manufacturers. The move is part of President Biden's plan to lower health care costs. Despite FDA approval, it will be a while before patients see any of those price changes, as major hurdles remain before Florida can start importations.
We're thrilled to announce that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page. For the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions, make sure to visit and follow our new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTV-MBC or scan the QR code appearing on your screen to stay connected with us.
2023 ended as the hottest year on record. The significance behind that data that's been reported.
A very stormy stretch of weather on the way to the coast. I'll let you know which days will feature that stormy weather coming up in just a few minutes.
Craft your own adventure. Coming up, I'll show you the cool things you can make and where you can go to learn more about one coastal community.
At Spicer Brothers, we're not just about installing roofs. We're about protection, durability, and peace of mind. Our team of skilled professionals can install your last roof using the highest quality materials in as little as one day. And we make it easy with on-site design and digital proposal.
And right now, save $1,000 off your new roof. Plus, have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty. And the best part, enjoy no interest and no payments for 18 months.
Call today and schedule your free in-home consultation because you deserve the best.
Start the new year with a new mattress from Johnny Janosic's Mattress World. Experience a new level of comfort and a new lifestyle for a new and improved you. And for a limited time, purchase any mattress of $16.99 or more and upgrade your set with up to $600 off select adjustable bases. Now is the perfect time to upgrade your sleep for less. Change your mattress, change your life. In the Mattress World at all Johnny Janosic furniture and mattresses.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum Deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
Many parents assume that the vision screening at the pediatrician's office is all that's required. While vision screening is an important first step, it's not the same as a comprehensive eye exam. There are some serious eye diseases that are not detected at a regular screening. The American Optometric Association advises that the first eye exam be at the age of 3.
Dr. Tracy Boss is accepting new patients, including pediatrics, at Chesapeake Eye Centers in Salisbury and Berlin. For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
As we leave the festive season behind and step into the quieter days of the new year, you might be wondering what's next on the agenda. From historical tours to unique crafting events, Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner highlights the cool things to do this weekend.
With the holidays in the rear view, events are winding down, but there's no shortage of cool things to do. If you download the Built Story app, you'll see a tour available in Rehoboth Beach. About 15 stops will teach you about the past and present. The Rehoboth Then and Now tour will take you down Rehoboth and Baltimore Avenues and the boardwalk. Rehoboth Beach Main Street says you can stop for lessons about 19th century Rehoboth as a religious summer camp, learn how fires, storms, and even a railroad shaped the city. The Built Story app is available on both iOS and Android. Make your own sea glass jewelry. The Delaware Seashore State Park is hosting this crafting event at the Indian River Life Saving Station from 1 to 2:30 Saturday. If you have your own sea glass that you'd like to turn into a pendant, organizers say you can bring that. Otherwise, they'll have a collection to choose from. Register ahead of time. Adventure awaits at the Millville Volunteer Fire Company. The Outdoorsman Marketplace is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday. Here's a look at some of the vendors who set up last year. Shop for fishing and hunting supplies and other gear you may need for all things outdoors. Admission is $5 at Station 1 on Atlantic Avenue. The event benefits the fire company. One cool craft allows kids to bring their dream pet to life minus the responsibilities. The Milford Public Children's Library is hosting a build-your-own Siberian Husky stuffed animal event on Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It's free for kids up to 12 years old to attend. Organizers say all materials will be provided. Delmarva Birding Weekend says a Scoters and Seals cruise is earlier than usual this winter. The 2-hour cruise starts at 9 a.m. Saturday and goes around the mouth of the Delaware Bay. Organizers say the boat trip coincides with low tide to give you a better chance to see the seals. This event is on a wait list, but we have details on how to get on that list, as well as similar boat tours on CoastTV.com. Some events do require registration. Check out the article on CoastTV.com for helpful links and more cool things to do this weekend.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Prepare to be captivated by the harmonies that redefine perfection. Introducing Take 6, the Grammy-winning a cappella sensation that transcends musical boundaries. Sunday, January 14th, concluding Dreamfest weekend. 6 voices, one unforgettable experience. Witness the magic of Take 6 live in concert. Join the celebration of musical excellence. Don't miss your chance to experience Take 6 like never before. Secure your seats now for an evening of a cappella brilliance. Take 6, where every note is a masterpiece. Get your tickets now at ococean.com/pack.
Have you or someone you love experienced crawl space neglect? Has your crawl space been exposed to damaging moisture? Call the DryTech hotline now to speak with someone who understands the problem. We've helped thousands of crawl spaces across Delmarva get the result they deserve. Let our team mitigate the muddy waters for you, seek damages, and make it right. And you don't pay a dime until we solve your crawl space problem, guaranteed.
Call 410-543-4848 or visit endcrawlspaceneglect.com.
Remember, if you have a phone, you can call DryTech.
Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app. Brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
The savings celebration continues. Johnny Janosik's New Year's sale is extended through Monday. Shop our guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses. Plus, take an extra 20% off or choose 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get a 6-piece power sectional, now only $27.99.95. Or this 5-piece dining set, now only $11.99.95. It's your last chance to save. The New Year's sale ends Monday at Johnny Janosik World of Furniture and Mattresses.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
Well, we have a lot of stormy weather on the way to the coast over the upcoming week. We have several days that are going to be listed as first alert weather days. The first of those is tomorrow. We've got rain, we've got wind on the way, and a little bit of coastal flooding, minor coastal flooding, and an even bigger storm later on down the road. Right now, though, pretty quiet out the doors to take a live look out on our Orsted camera in West Ocean City. Skies are clear, winds are light. Temps starting to tumble down to 38 degrees in West Ocean City, going to be in the 20s within the next few hours. We're going to continue with these mainly clear skies for the next few hours before clouds start to build in. But what we're waiting for is this large area of wet weather, very heavy rain off to our south and east. It's all with the developing area of low pressure along the Gulf Coast. That is going to be moving up towards our area as we head towards Saturday. That's going to start to bring that rain into the area by about 10 a.m. We can see that on our in-house futurecast. We're dry at 7 a.m. when we're first waking up on Saturday morning. It's cold, but we're at least dry. By the time we head towards the lunchtime hour, 11 to noon, there's the rain. It is becoming widespread. It's light to moderate at first, but you're certainly going to want an umbrella. You're certainly going to want that rain jacket. It intensifies throughout the daytime hours. Take a look at that orange and red shading. Very heavy rain expected during the evening hours Saturday. That quickly clears out, though. By about 7, 8 p.m., we're probably going to be done with the rain, but we'll have picked up quite a bit of rain before that wrapped up. Skies clear out as we head towards Sunday. Sunday, though, we could see a hit-and-miss shower, maybe even a flurry as we head towards Sunday afternoon. And then it just stays cool, but at least dry Sunday and Monday. We're going to need that dry weather because we have some very stormy weather coming up. Rainfall totals on Saturday could exceed an inch. This is just the appetizer for a bigger event as we head later in the week. Winds also could gust upwards of 35 miles per hour. But take a look at this. As we head throughout the next few days, here's our first storm system on Saturday. That gets out of the way pretty quickly. But as we head towards next week, there's a large storm system. It's going to bring a blizzard to the Midwest, heavy rain to the Mid-Atlantic, flooding rains to the Mid-Atlantic, and then maybe even a severe weather outbreak to the southeast. That is going to move through the area. Along with it, we've got a high pressure to our north and east. We've got this strong low that is moving up the coast. We're going to see some very strong winds pushing water towards the coastline. We're going to see a lot of rain, a lot of impacts. But we're not even done with the storms by then. Take a look at this as we head towards next Friday. Another storm system starts to work its way towards the Mid-Atlantic. So we have a very stormy stretch of weather on the way. The Tuesday storm right now, looking like the biggest deal. That's Tuesday into Wednesday. Flooding rains. This is on top of the maybe an inch plus that we see tomorrow. We could see another 1 to 3 inches or more across the region. That's likely going to flood some fields, flood some yards, resulting flooded roadways, damaging wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour. That could easily cause power outages. with that very saturated ground. So certainly something to keep in mind as we head towards next week. And significant coastal problems, dangerous surf. There are suggestions we could see 15-foot waves crashing on our shoreline. We'll have to keep an eye on that. So that's significant beach erosion, then also moderate, maybe even major coastal flooding as we head towards next week. So a lot of stuff to keep in mind over the next few days. The first thing to keep in mind is tomorrow's weather. Wet and windy. Just be aware of that. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Rain and wind Saturday, dry Sunday and Monday, more rain and wind Tuesday and Wednesday, then another chance of rain next Friday.
Thank you, Alex. 2023 ended as our planet's hottest year ever recorded.
And many climate scientists are also confident it's never been hotter in human civilization any time in the last 125,000 years.
National climate reporter Chase Kane digs into the numbers as we start a new year and an election year.
There are different ways to measure Earth's overall temperature, and that can produce slight differences in exactly how hot 2023 was. But the important takeaways are this. Last year was the hottest year in recorded history, and that humans are driving that change. Over the last 2,000 years, you can see how our planet started rapidly warming along with the Industrial Revolution, when we started burning coal, oil, and gas. Another way to look at it is with the warming stripes. Blue represents below average years and red above average. Climate scientist Ed Hawkins, who created the stripes, posted that last year was hot by such a large margin, I think we need a new color. And speaking of red and blue, 2024 could be the year that we stop viewing climate change as a political issue.
We're so used to thinking of climate as a fringe political issue, which, to be honest, it was maybe 6 or 8 or 10 years ago. But it's not that way anymore, especially when young people decide to show up.
I've spent a lot of time working in communities where there are people from across the ideological spectrum, right? And they absolutely care about this issue. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, I've never once had to convince a farmer that climate change is happening, and I've worked with a lot of them. So I think the way to go about this is to think about this in terms of lives and livelihoods, and that's really what we're talking about.
And along with being an election year, scientific consensus is that 2024 will again break the record as the hottest year. But the good news is that we already have all the tools we need to address climate change. In San Francisco, I'm national climate reporter Chase Kane.
After the break here on Coast TV News at 5, a new museum is set to open in downtown Salisbury. We will get to that story right after the break. We'll be right back.
Have you bought a house in the last decade, but it's just not quite big enough? At Paul Davis, we can design and build you a brand new addition or remodel your whole home from start to finish. With over 50 years experience of building and restoring homes, we've made the process quick and easy while making it affordable. Call Paul Davis today, and one of our design consultants can be at your home as soon as tomorrow to give you a free estimate for your new addition or whole home remodel. Or visit our new showroom in Salisbury, Maryland, 100 Marvel Road. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. In my law practice, we represent people who've been injured in accidents. One type of case we frequently handle is dog bite and dog knockdown injury cases. The dog owner's homeowner's insurance will often pay significant cash compensation to folks injured by a dog. If this has happened to you, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Ring in the new year with new floors from Carpet and Tile Mart Supercenters.
The selection is incredible.
The salespeople take the time to find what I want.
Right now, save up to 50% Mart-wide on carpets, hardwood, waterproof vinyl, laminate, area rugs, and more. All in stock to take home today. Pick, pay, take it away, or have it installed as soon as you save. For free. Hurry in before the sale is over. Only at Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, it's a Mario Lopez milestone.
You just turned 50.
Thank you.
This what 50 look like.
My daughter will be like, Dad, what are you doing? You're like 1,000 years old.
Monday at 2 on Coast TV. Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Salisbury University has announced a new museum coming to the downtown area. It will feature local culture exhibits, including items formerly on display at the Ward Museum of Wildfowl Art. It's set to open in the summer. The university says the Museum of Eastern Shore Culture will be located on the first floor of the Powell Building at 218 West Main Street. The university says there will be rotating exhibits with artwork by students and regional artists. The U.S. Supreme Court is now likely confronting an election case of unparalleled weight that will determine Donald Trump's prospects to regain the White House. After a brief public session on Friday, the justices met privately to discuss pending cases, likely among them all the filings. Trump is appealing the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to keep him off the ballot in the 2024 presidential race. They will take up the case in the February citing they need for a quick answer ahead of the election.
Coming up, visiting the Milton Public Library, special friends who will be stopping by the library each month. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Avery Hall has a long-standing history of being involved in the community. To me, it's very important to be involved in helping local families when they're in need. We see a variation of people in need. They need to be educated, provide guidance, and that's something that we're here for, and I enjoy helping people. At the end of the day, if I'm able to rewrite a policy and save them money that can help them continue in early retirement, that would be great. I'm Steve Mason, account executive at Avery Hall Insurance.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Blooming Boutique. Fashion.
Visit Blooming Boutique's 4 convenient locations: downtown Milford, Long Neck, and 2 in downtown Lewis. We carry resort wear all year long.
Dreamfest is back in Ocean City, Maryland for MLK Weekend. Join us for 3 soul-stirring shows at the Performing Arts Center January 12th through the 14th. Experience Who's Bad, the ultimate Michael Jackson experience. Marshall Karloff and the Purple Experience. Take 6, 10-time Grammy and Dove Award winners. Secure your tickets at ococean.com/pack. Don't miss Ocean City's 2nd annual Dreamfest, January 12th through the 14th. See you there.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Well, if you want to get outside, this evening is the time to do it. It is cold, though, so you do want to bundle up. Tomorrow, though, is the first alert weather day. We've got rain and wind on the way, maybe upwards of an inch of rain across the region. It could result in some ponding water on roadways. We're dry Sunday and Monday, and then another first look weather day for Tuesday and Wednesday. That is a bigger storm system going to bring even heavier rain, strong winds, and coastal issues, and then we're dry until next Friday and Saturday.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, for more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.